for more. I'm Father Colm O'Mahoney, originally from Cork, and I'm a member of the amazing, fantastic Augustinians. For fun, meeting my friends is big. Going for walks, I love the cinema, love to travel, I like being outside doing things. I went to an all-boys school. I was very quiet in school. I wasn't involved in any extracurricular activities. It was only when I went to university that I started, I suppose, finding myself. As a family, we went to Mass on Sundays, but we weren't overly religious. From the age of 18, thereabouts, I always felt called to religious life, but I always wanted to be a religious, not as opposed to a regular diocesan priest. I went to university and had a great time at university, and I worked for a year or two, and the idea was still there, and I thought I would take what I felt was the easy option. So I joined the local diocese, but really didn't want to be a secular diocesan priest. So I sent off 4 emails to 4 groups that I was vaguely interested in. The Augustinians were one of the groups that responded, and as I was speaking to the vocation director at the time, it was as if every question in my head was being answered yes, yes. Our charism is community, which means we live in community, we pray in community, we work in community. As Augustine says himself, one in heart, one in mind. So that really, really appealed to me. It's not something we keep for ourselves. We try and foster this among the people who live, who work with us, who we minister to. We can fit the needs of the church wherever those needs are. We are involved in schools, we're involved in the hospital, we're involved in kind of outreach to those who are most marginalised, to make them have a sense that everyone has a place, everyone's loved, everyone's wanted, everyone's created by God. And it's small things like we built a new garden, and again, it's all disability accessible. The groups who got involved in the garden were those who were on the margins, like those involved in addiction, with special needs, road traffic, suicide awareness. So it's enabling people in that small way to feel that they're part of the wider community, that they can come to our church. Living in community means you get a rounded sense of spirituality, of humanity, and you really do see people as people, and you see their holiness in them as opposed to just generically. I've worked with people in prisons, in hospitals, with severely profound learning disabilities, drug addicts, you name it. And that has given me such an appreciation of God's love, an appreciation of humanity, appreciation of community, appreciation of struggle and pain and sorrow, but also joy and hope. So all of that has helped me in my prayer life to become more rounded, more authentic. Vocations are important mainly because I believe we have an essential role in the world. God speaks to people always, and He calls people forward always. And no system or group can survive unless they have new blood, new ideas, fresh people. So for us, it's essential that we have vocations, not just to keep us going, but to do new things and be constantly developing, and also to serve the needs of the people. And I do feel that there's always a need for religious as a presence, to kind of be that balancing position in society, to see the good, to point out the challenges, and to just journey with people as they are through life. You'd be amazed exactly what we're still doing around the place. Oftentimes, quietly behind the scenes. Give it a go. Ask questions. Speak to some religious. Do your research. Find online if you can, and there are a myriad of various communities, active, contemplative. Find one that suits you, that you feel at home. And it's okay to meet 3 or 4 and see which one is for me, which one do I feel most called to. And the Spirit will guide you.